Jimmy Butler. And finally, George Orwell's classic dystopian novel, 1984, has suddenly surged to the very top of the Amazon's bestseller list, though first published in 1949. It's back with a vengeance thanks to recent events. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in to Sports Center on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
Really? I'm stunned by that.
You're stunned by Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler being a couple of crybabies? Because no one is stunned about that. Dwayne Wade's been a crybaby his entire career. And who is Jimmy Butler? Hey, go ahead. Jimmy Butler. What has he done? Oh, he's starting the Eastern Conference All-Star Game. Big deal. A bunch of players made a mockery of the voting this year. And quite frankly, Jimmy Butler doesn't deserve to be your starter in the All-Star Game. Hey, who is he to tell guys to play harder? You're the superstar. You play harder. And Wade complaining. That is the least stunning thing I've heard today. What did Dwayne think this was going to be? Honestly, what did he think this was going to be? You put together a team with Rajon Rondo and Robin Lopez, and you thought you were going to be good? Get out of here. Get out of here. You should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, you left Miami. That was your first mistake. And I'm telling you right now, and I'm telling the Heat organization, and I'm telling Dwayne Wade, okay? If he goes to Cleveland for 1 second, and he plays 1 second of one game in a Cavs uniform, I will make sure that he never gets a statue and that jersey is never retired in the arena. I'll make sure of it. I will. I'll move mountains if I have to. It's absurd, Dwayne Wade. And at least Dwayne Wade, in his defense, has some accomplishments. Won a couple of championships, 3, finals MVP. Jimmy Butler hasn't done a single thing. Not a single thing. Nothing. Way better watch out, man, because I will leave no stone unturned in my crusade to tear down his statue and tear his jersey down from the rafters of the American Airlines Arena. Dan, I'm not looking at you right now, but I do get a vibe and a sense that you are agreeing with everything I'm saying. It'd be pretty hard not to. Butler. Starting the All-Star game. Jeez. Why is he starting the All-Star game? Who's the starting 5 of the Eastern Conference All-Stars? Who is the starting? Mike, do you know the starting 5?
LeBron, Antetokounmpo.
Right. Deserving.
Yeah.
Yep.
And guards, I think Kevin Love is starting.
No, that's a joke. He can't be starting.
He
can't be starting. Carmelo starting?
No, he's not.
Because that would have been a joke as well. But it shouldn't be Jimmy Butler. We all agree on that, right? Jimmy Butler? There's got to be someone better than... Is Jabari Parker better than Jimmy Butler?
DeMar DeRozan, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Antetokounmpo, Jimmy Butler.
I mean, that is ridiculous. First off, I love DeMar DeRozan, but he shouldn't be starting the All-Star game either. He shouldn't be. But Jimmy Butler, there's no way. Why isn't Paul George there? Where's Paul George? Where is he? He's not starting for the East. He should be. Where is Kyle Lowry? Why is he not starting for the East? He's better than Jimmy Butler. No question about it. There is no question about it. And where's Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics, who seems to score 40 points every single night, having a great season, and the Celtics right now just 3.5 behind the Cavaliers and that crybaby LeBron James. It is amazing that Butler and Wade thought they were going to be better than this. I told you, Dan, and you are really killing it this segment, but I told you that when Wade went to Chicago, they were going to be a 500 team at best, and maybe an 8 seed in the East. Maybe an 8 seed in the East. And so if I knew that, and Dan, you knew that, of course, because I think you agreed with me at the time, how did Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler not know that? How is that possible? I mean, name the team that Robin Lopez is on. That's a good team. Go ahead and name one. I dare you. I dare anyone. I dare anyone to name a good team that Robin Lopez has been on. Go ahead. I dare you. And Rajon Rondo, who the Bulls are now trying to trade, and that's the least shocking thing I ever heard. And I'm certain Dwayne Wade, the cagey vet, thought, hey, I'll be the guy that changes Rajon Rondo. Guess what, Dwayne? You were wrong. Wrong. I mean, just absurd. Both those guys should be ashamed of themselves. They really should. And they're playing with this guy, Miricic, who looks like he's 1,000 years old. I mean, they thought this was going to be successful. And Fred Hoiberg, who Dan pointed out, and he was right before, that a single NBA player, not a single NBA player has ever respected him as a coach. Ever. Not one. I mean, no, and this goes back years, all the way back to when he was the head coach at Iowa State. No one respected Fred Hoiberg. No one. Fred Hoiberg. Oh, please. Yeah. Wait, who died and made you king? It's seriously. Dwayne, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to work my fingers to the bone to make sure you play one game, 1 second, one game in a Cavs uniform. Just one. 1 second of one game. I will work my fingers to the bones. I will move mountains. I will do whatever I have to do and use whatever power that I have down here in South Florida, and I will make sure that your jersey, number 3, and you know how the Heat do it. I mean, that jersey can cover a house. I will make sure that that number 3 jersey will never see the rafters at the American Airlines Arena. I will make sure of it. And this gold statue they're talking about building you, because that's what they're talking about down here, this gold statue they're going to build Dwayne Wade, I will make sure that it never, ever stands in front of the American Airlines Arena. I'll have a Ray Allen statue up there, but I will make sure that your statue never goes up. Because I believe that all of this was a bridge, that Dwayne couldn't leave Miami and go straight to Cleveland because he was worried about the reaction of the Miami fan base. I was worried that Dwayne was worried about that. So what he did, very calculated by Wade, and why wouldn't he be calculated? He learned from the best, LeBron James. What he did was, hey, I'm going to go to Chicago for a year. My fan base in Miami will understand because I'm going home. So I'm going to go to Chicago for a year. And then when that doesn't go well, I'll start complaining about it, talking about players not playing hard, even though Dwayne Wade hasn't played hard in about 5 years. I mean, just check him out, not getting back on defense. And here was the plan. I'll go to Chicago for a year, and I will then start complaining about 40 games in, and then you know where I'm going? And then LeBron will start complaining that he needs playmakers, and then next year I'm going to Cleveland. And I am telling you right now, Dwayne, move mountains. Fingers to the bones. You do it, and bad things will happen for you down here.
The thing that I was surprised by was that 1984 by George Orwell is a top-selling book in 2017.
Oh.
Payday! Payday! It is payday!
Business trips just got a lot easier to book. Catch the best deals on flights and hotels by using Upside. It's one less thing to worry about when dealing with business meetings out of town. Isn't that right, Stugotz? Kean, we'll get to you in a second. I'm sorry for keeping you on hold for all of that. Kean Fahey, 786-456-4837.
And I'm sorry about not talking about the thing that was interesting to you.
Yeah.
Misread that one.
What was the name of the book? Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
It was something dystopian.
You're dystopian.